Hi, everyone. Welcome to Life Beyond the Clouds. So today's episode is with Jessica. I had never met her before. We had never spoke before. When she came onto the podcast to record, this was the first time that we had ever met. I really wanted to show you what it's like, even when somebody comes on the first time, and what it's like for them to receive messages. This podcast is about all of you. This is about helping to open all of you up and to connect all of you. It's why I'm doing it. This is to really guide us on our daily life, to know that the divine is always with us and reaching out. I really want to help people on this journey as much as the messages, to also understand that you're receiving them. And I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for the messages that you're writing in. I'm getting close to 10,000 views on my podcast. That means so much to me. It means it's resonating and people are watching it and it's helping to heal them. I'm getting so many beautiful messages and I can't thank you enough. Please like and share and continue to help all of us on this journey. So sit back and watch, and I hope you enjoy watching somebody to receive messages from the divine. Thank you. God bless. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome all of you to Life Beyond the Clouds, and I want to welcome Jessica for being here and for doing this. This program is really about all of us. It's about all of you. It's about sharing your stories of love and hope and miracles, because honestly, this is what this is about. We're not alone, and we're so loved. And I really want to have people like Jessica coming on and telling their stories of the miracles and the things they've witnessed in their life, because all of you are so amazing and we're not alone. So the more we do this, I really want this to be about people with their miracles and sharing their stories. So I'm going to go ahead. So what will happen, Jessica, is I've never met you before. I want people to know this. We are just meeting for the first time. We have never spoke before. And
Mhm.
so what happens is, before I do this with people, I come in about a half an hour before and I just start to pray, ask God and the angels to come in and bring forth information of love, light, and healing. And I get what's called like automatic writing. So I will write down things that I sense and feel and hear. And we're just going to go ahead and talk. I don't want you to be nervous. I just want you to relax because you're very, very loved. So I did immediately feel like I felt Father for you coming in, Father in heaven. I kept feeling this loving energy around you and for you. And he makes you feel like you've been through so much, that you've had so much in your life. But with all of it, you've been so guided that you've had a lot. And somebody right away kept going to the lungs and talking about their lungs. I feel like he was talking about someone's lungs or having a lung issue. So as we get going, I want you to let me know if this is something for you that is making sense for you or that you understand, because he just kept making me feel like everything is okay. Everything's okay. Like clean and clear is what I kept hearing, that you're going to be okay. Is this
I,
something you can talk
I,
about?
yeah, I actually was diagnosed with bilateral pulmonary embolisms 2.5 years ago,
Oh my gosh.
and they found two ground glass nodules, one on each lung. And so I go for my follow up scan in a week. So,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. So this is beautiful. Do you understand? He keeps saying to tell you everything's going to be okay. Okay. He just kept saying clean and clear to me, clean and clear. That's what I just kept hearing. And that's always will be my reference for that, that you're okay. Because I feel like you reach out to him. This is like you miss him and you reach out and you want to know, is he with you? And does he see and does he hear? He's right with you through everything that you go through. He's always guiding you with this on this journey. And this is what I think is so beautiful. And it's almost interesting the way I feel like you found out about this. It was almost like a miracle in itself, right? The way that you found out about this, had you not had the other experience, that like having this actually saved you in this area.
yeah, it really has. I went down because I worked in the operating room, and I went down to my emergency room and I was having flank pain and trouble breathing. And they told me I was a diabetic and sent me home with a year's worth of metformin. But I trusted my instinct and knew
There
something
you
was
go.
wrong and went to the hospital, to a different hospital. And they were like, "You have blood clots in both of your lungs," and rushed me down to have a procedure to remove them.
Okay, this is what is so important to understand when you sensed and you felt something else. So this is what they're showing me. And this is what they always show us from heaven. What I think is so beautiful, when people say you trust your gut feeling or your instincts, that's them whispering in your ear. That's them guiding you to something else. And some of us, we'll just kind of second guess that, or we'll think we're imagining things. And this is what I really want this to be about, is just you saying that can change somebody else's life. Do you understand that? When you say to someone, I trust my instincts, which is really the God force, it's the divine, it's your loved ones in heaven. So when we start to connect with that more and on a daily basis, say, Please bring forth information that I need today of love, light, and healing. Guide me on my journey today. So what you do is you open it up. It's like opening that door to heaven. And why would we not want to do that? So it was you trusting that, the reason that you're here right now. Do you understand? You're supposed to be here. You have a lot to do, but your angels and your father, they're guiding you and whispering in your ear. So these are the little things I think are so big. We say it so nonchalant, like, I trusted my gut feeling as if it was nothing. And it's so big because it was life changing for you.
Yes.
And I'm also hearing that you do this with other people in your life, that your connection to heaven, right, has helped saved, you know what I mean, other people, and that you are able to do this to help other people because you always go with that, right? That your faith guides you and you just keep saying, I know there's more to this than that. I know that there is more to this because I feel I have to ask you, is there something with somebody's thyroid also? Because somebody's talking about the thyroid.
Yeah. Me. I have Hashimoto's disease. And they thought that maybe when I had my FNA that it was thyroid cancer.
Okay. Because I even feel like with that's going to get regulated. Do you understand? Like that's going to, I don't know if you are right now, but it's going to be okay. Right. Not to worry. No, because that's very common. Do you understand? They're making me just feel like you're going to be okay with this. That what's happening with you sometimes is you've had so much in a short time that it's like your energy was raised, right? That it's hard to come down, that you stay in this perpetual state of being ready for the next thing to happen. Like you're afraid to totally relax because if you stay like right here, that if something happens, then you're ready to go. That if you totally relax, it makes you feel unprepared. But they're saying that everything is starting to work out like that. I feel like the health issues that it seems like they've kind of surrounded your family in general. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but it's almost like there's been a lot of health things that have surrounded other people in your family, but that it's okay to breathe now, like that things are getting better. This is what I just keep hearing. Um, is this something you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I just keep hearing to tell you that things are getting, and it's almost like new medication. Like somebody's either, I feel like even with a child, there's something about new medication or a new therapy, something about a new therapy or a new medication. And they're actually, I feel like I'm seeing somebody younger with this also.
Yeah, my son. Yeah, he's starting a new IVIG um, therapy for his immune disorder.
And they just make me feel happy about this. Do you understand? I feel very excited about this. Like this changes things for him. Like this is going to be, again, I feel like you were guided to other doctors. Is there anything with Johns Hopkins?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Is that where he's going?
yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay. Because I just heard John Hopkins. So I love when they'll connect. So it's just their way of confirming that they understand.
yes.
This is so funny too. They want to talk about other things besides the health because I feel really happy with you. Is there anything about you considering moving or something with moving around you?
Yeah, we have contemplated on moving to Hawaii, to Texas.
Because I feel like when I see the moving around you, that it's not a matter of if, but it will happen. Like this
Mm-hmm.
is something that is in the energy that you are going to go. You feel connected there, and it's like you feel drawn to go there. There's like a bigger reason you want to go. And it's almost as if you're going out. I feel like you're almost going to visit. It's like I want to start looking around, like in your mind or online, you kind of are looking at houses or you're starting to look at places. You're kind of putting your energy there already.
Mm-hmm. I
And
feel
that
very grounded there.
Okay, and this is just what I just feel like it's a bigger reason that you almost feel as if you're supposed to be there. And the thing is when you start to put your energy into things, it starts to guide us there. So our thoughts are really important. We don't understand how amazing our thoughts are. So when we start to think things, we actually set something in motion, right? It's like if you wake up and just think, I'm going to have a bad day and this is a terrible day, it seems like nothing seems to go right, right? We seem like, but when we shift and just say, or we can change our thoughts throughout the day too. I always just say to people, don't think it's, ruins your whole day, but I feel like your energy is already moving forward. And I feel like your husband's on board with this too. Is this something? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like what I'm hearing is he'll do anything that you want to do.
He does.
We just said the name Bill. Is there a Bill somewhere for you?
He passed away. That was my husband's his grandmother's companion, Bill. We named our son after him.
Because there's so much love. He just keeps saying, I'm here. Please tell her. I'm watching over her and the family. Like you're being so loved. This is what I don't always try to get names. When I hear them, I pass them on. And I just kept hearing, do you understand that Bill is here? This is something that you feel very connected to him, that he has so much love for all of you. And
He
he's watching
does.
over you and he's helping you. And he's almost taken me to Florida too. I don't know if there's some connection with Florida for someone, but there's a Florida connection.
I think he had family out there. I mean, we've been to Florida.
I
My
almost feel as if
husband,
I think he wants to backtrack. It's either you want to go to Florida or you want to go to Disney, but it's almost as if there's some sort of a Florida trip. I feel like you're wanting to plan, but he's kind of putting you in Florida. But I see all of you by the water and the beach. Like the water and the beach is a big connection for all of you.
uh,
Um, but he just sent, and now I have another woman popping in. Hold on a second. There's a lady coming in, and she's almost feels like a grandmother energy from me. I feel as if it's grandmother, the way she's stepping forward. Is there grandmother for you in heaven?
mhm, yeah.
Okay. I know it's a lot. And when I do these, it's really honestly, Jessica, it's about telling you how loved you are and that when you speak to them, they feel you. They come in first to want to help.
Mhm.
Um, but there's another woman. I'm trying to see what she's saying. She's saying she still watches over you. She still watches over your family. Let me see if I can get her to be more clear on this. Still watches over your family. Still watches over your family. She feels connected to your children.
My
And I feel like
aunt,
her passing was kind of sudden. Um, I feel like she lived close to you. She keeps saying, she almost keeps showing me a garden, or she lived close to you, or shows me like a garden or flowers or garden. Um, live close to you.
yeah, my aunt, my aunt Linda, she passed away suddenly. She was very close with my older son, Braden.
Okay, you want to know what? On the first page right here, I have Linda.
She did. She passed away very sudden when they found her. She was in a praying position.
She said she was like hunched over. Do you understand? I feel like I was almost kind of hunched over. And she keeps referencing the heart. She was touching her heart, had her hand on her chest. So I don't know if there was something in the heart.
She choked to death and it caused her to have a massive heart attack.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And I feel this is somebody you really wanted to connect with today.
It was, and her children are my godchildren, and I look after her kids.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Jessica. I am. She wants you to know though that she's at peace, that she didn't suffer. She wants you to know that she's with everyone. She just keeps saying to tell you that and to thank you. And this is why she keeps watching over you and your children. She makes me feel as if she was helping to teach them things. She comes through almost like a teacher for me. Do you understand? She comes through almost like a teacher for me, like that she would help them with things. And is there anything with her with flowers or a garden, or is there anything with her with flowers? Because she keeps showing me flowers.
I have a little garden for her outside of my house.
Okay, it's beautiful, and she sees it. She wants you to know that she sees it. This is what's so important: is when they're in heaven, they're very much alive. They're more alive than we are, Jessica. They can do everything. They're back to being young and to being healthy. And she comes in with another female, so I don't know if it's mother for her, but she's stepping forward with another woman.
Um, yeah, either my grandmother or, um,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, because she's coming forward with another one, but she loves the garden. She keeps saying thank you. And I keep seeing butterflies around her too. Not that I like to use that symbol. I know that that seems to be one, but she keeps showing me those. So I don't know if you have anything in the garden, like if you've put any sort of, like little things in the garden, but she shows me this.
So my other aunt who's in heaven, we used to call her Ladybug.
Okay.
I don't know if that has something to do with it, but we always find um, the ladybugs around our house all the time.
Okay. And is there anything one of these houses, either someone still lives in there or something about these houses being passed down or something to do with the house?
No, so my grandmother's house, my cousin lived there, but she destroyed it and we had to let it go
Okay,
because
this is what I feel like she references. Either this caused some hurt feelings or this caused, you know what I mean, some things within the family to make you upset, like to hurt you, that this was something either you know, wanted her to keep it or wanted something, you know, people to stay there, but that this was something you had to step back from. They wanted you to know that you needed to not let this hurt you, like you had to step back from this.
yeah, me and my husband were gonna buy my grandparents' house and fix it
Okay.
back up because
This is what I feel as if there was going to be the house passed down. But this is almost another reason too. I feel like moving for you seems so, it's almost as if your ties now are somewhere else. Like you want to move forward. Like you want to just go ahead and go. It's almost as if what is here doesn't feel like it is anymore. And you were staying here, but now your energy, is there anything around your mother or wanting to be close to your mother?
my mom lives here. She's very sick.
Okay.
So,
So I don't know if there's anything with her going with you because I feel like when your father comes in, he's referencing like the energy with your mom.
my mother-in-law, we were gonna take my mother-in-law and father-in-law.
Okay. Because I do feel as if people were going with you. You're taking someone. Do you understand? You're taking somebody just said the name Rose in my ear. Is there a Rose somewhere for you? And they speak of the living also. There is.
Mhm. Yeah, it's my husband's sister, crazy Aunt Rose.
Okay.
She's a hoot.
Okay. So I feel like when they'll come in and they'll step foot, you do have there's like a lot of you do have a lot of beautiful energy in heaven. And I want you to know when they come through, when you think of them as being very much alive. Like don't think of them as being, you know, sick or not feeling well, or as if you want to help everyone. This is what they keep saying. She wants to help everyone. You want to always help everyone and do everything for everyone. That sometimes it's overwhelming for you. That sometimes like your energy is so beautiful. And Jessica, that's what I said. You have such a bright light around you, but you're always trying to it's almost even it's like if you met a stranger at work and you knew they needed something, you would try to find a way to do a fundraiser or you would try to find a way to get people to help them. That this is what you really kind of came in here to do, but you have to take care of yourself too.
Thank you.
That sometimes you have to take a step back and it doesn't mean not do that, right? It feels so good to help people and it's what we're supposed to do, but that sometimes you need to breathe a little bit. You need to take some time for yourself. That um, you know, your dad's jumping back into your son. Is there anything about your son though doing better or having more energy or running around? Or I feel as if do you understand? Like you get nervous even about that. It's like sometimes you worry when he's not doing well, and then when he is, you're just like, oh my gosh, is he okay to do this? Because I feel like he's very active.
Yes, he is. He just got cleared by his pulmonologist and immunologist to play football. Um,
Okay, because
so
this is what he's just saying, and now you're worried about this. It's like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Am I okay with this? Because your dad is like cheering him on, like he wants to do this, and you're excited about it. But at the same time, you're going to be on the sideline for every game, just making sure you're prepared with everything that you could possibly need. Do you
me,
understand?
yeah, me being the worry wart mom, that's what he calls me. He's like, stop
You do.
worrying.
Because you know what though? That's what I'm saying. When you become desensitized, and that happens when you've had stuff for so long, right? It's one thing if something happens for a week or a month, but when you feel like it goes into days and weeks and months and years, that you become desensitized, and it just takes time for your soul to catch up and say, I can breathe a little bit now. Like he's doing okay. Like he's going to be okay. Because I really feel like the exercise and things are what's going to really help his lung, are really going to help him. That
Yeah.
it's going to help his body to get healthier again. It's just like anytime you run or exercise, right? You release a lot of chemicals in your body that they're just showing me. And your dad is just like, somebody just said the name Ed to me. They cut me off and just said Ed.
My husband's father, he's still here.
Okay. At first I was wondering if it's my father's name is Edward. So I was just like, Dad, it's not you, is it? And they just said, no, there's another Ed. Okay. Um, but I just feel like he's going to be okay, that this is something he needs. And I keep seeing swimming around someone also. Either one of your kids wants to swim or something about swimming, either
Mhm.
like being in the pool, swimming lessons, but swimming, that this is something that's very good for them or very good for their body.
Yeah,
And is there
they,
anything with a driver's license for someone or
mhm,
learner's permit or driver's license?
my oldest just got his learners.
Oh my God. Okay, because I'm actually writing down. Do you understand? I'm writing as we're talking. I'm writing down driver's license. And this is another thing. It's just like, oh my God, now my kids are doing great. And now I gotta go into about the football injuries and I have to have them driving. So now it's like a whole set of different things. But this is the normal worry, right? This is the stuff you just say. Every single parent is just like, oh my gosh, because I feel like it's funny. Like it's almost like, Mom, I want a car, or Mom, you know what I mean, trying to work on these kind of things. But your dad's just saying, I'll be shotgun all the time.
I hope so.
He says, I'll be riding shotgun all the time. He's just saying you have to tell him he can't fool with the music and the radio when he's driving, that he can't fool with stuff like that. He has a tendency to, you know what I mean, either like put the phone in the back seat or in the trunk or wherever you're going to have in the car, like to keep things, you know what I mean, away. But
Yeah,
like that he's going to be riding with him.
that's awesome. That makes me feel better.
Now, is there anything with a blanket or some sort of a blanket being made, or somebody had a certain blanket, something was made for someone or one that was made?
Hmm. Yeah,
Do you have this?
I do. Upstairs.
Do you want to talk about this? Was this given to you from someone?
No, so I had it made for my oldest son who was really close to my grandfather.
He shows me the blanket. This is what's very important. This is how they'll come in. Sometimes they'll show me certain things, and all of a sudden I kept seeing this blanket as if somebody was being covered up with this, like they're being covered up, that this was um, how they wanted to make their, do you understand, their self known to me today is by the blanket. And it's something that was significant for you, something that mattered to you.
Yeah, it was of my grandfather holding Brayden when he was a baby.
And so for you, Jessica, this is a beautiful memory. So they always like to show me memories. It's so much about us holding on to that, right? Sometimes we can tend to, if someone's sick or how they leave the physical earth, we tend to see them like that, right? When they leave for a long time, we all do it. We're human. I did it too when my father was sick. It takes a while to not see that anymore. When someone's been sick, it takes a long time to not see them that way. But then the more we open up to the divine and we pray, we start to see them young and healthy and we feel their energy like that. So he showed me the blanket as if he still covers him up. Like this is what he did. This is something about like how he watches over him and takes care of him. So he kept showing me the blanket. Um, and I just want you to know that this is an energy for him too that will always be. Did somebody wear a hat? I don't mean to sidetrack, but someone kept showing me a hat as if they wore a hat.
Yeah, my grandfather.
Okay. Do you see how now he's coming through and trying to show me other things? And I always say sometimes it'll be the last person that will come through, or sometimes that's who we really wanted to hear from. In heaven, they're patient. They want to let everybody else come through. I always say it's like Christmas morning. If you open the big gift first, you don't look at the small ones and they all matter, right?
Hmm.
You want to get to that big package. You know, we keep waiting for that big package, what's in the corner. And I always say it's all the other little ones too that have so much meaning. But I don't know if somebody still has the hat, but he shows me the hat.
Yeah, Brayden does.
He has it.
Hmm.
I think he feels him. I think he feels his grandfather.
All the time. He's got the picture of my grandfather up on his dresser. Brayden was very close with my grandfather.
I think this is someone that your son understands is helping him and he feels him. He actually knows if you asked him that he senses him and that he feels him. He's a very gentle soul when he comes through. He's a very gentle, loving energy when he comes through. He's not big or loud to me. He's a very gentle, wanted to help teach him things, like wanted to guide him. You know, you like tell him stories or talk to him just about life in general, or you can do anything. That this is how his energy comes through. I don't know why he keeps showing me a car. I don't know if there was something about his car or your son driving with him, but he keeps taking me to a car.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that he had a blazer that was supposed to come to me, but it went to a different family member.
Okay, so do you understand that's what that would be? That either you would have wanted your son to have it or he's just referencing, you know, that it's okay, like these things could have been hurtful to you or you knew or they knew, you know, that it was supposed to get passed down for your son. But these are just ways of him validating. Do you understand that there was
Mhm.
something with the car and that you were supposed to have it? But those are the things in life you let go of because the memories, nobody can take that. That's what we hold on to. This is, he keeps showing me his hands. I don't know if there was something about holding his hand, but he keeps showing me his hands. He keeps putting his hand out. Um, so there's something to me that feels significant around his hand. If it's not, I mean, making sense for you right now, it probably will later.
It is. My grandfather, we used to ask him all the time, how was he feeling? And he always goes, with my fingers.
Do you see? Okay.
And he would just wave his hands like this.
Do you understand? These are the little things to me. I get so excited for people when I do these because they just matter. And I think these little things like this, I always say they're so big, right? And I love it because as we were talking, these were the things I was writing on my note. He had me keep writing down, the hat, the car, and his hands. Like for you, this to me wouldn't make sense. But for you, when I say that, like you smile and you're just like, yes, that was just so part of. And he keeps talking about Christmas too. So I don't know if it's the month of December or something about Christmas, but he's showing me Christmas and I keep hearing December.
It was his favorite holiday.
I keep seeing trains around him. I keep seeing like train gardens or trains and like the tree, but he just keeps showing me this like it was um, just a very big connection for him and for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Was there something about where he lived before he left the physical earth?
Um, yeah, his house. But then he went to the hospital.
Okay, because I feel there was definitely a connection to being somewhere else. And somebody kept referencing having a surgery or needing a surgery.
He had a surgery.
Okay, so this is him then still. Do you understand? And I kept feeling either too, he kept making me go to his stomach too, like something in his stomach or having stomach pain. He kept referencing, like either I felt bloated or I felt, do you understand? Like I felt fluid, I guess like fluid, retaining some fluid, but he talked about the surgery. Um,
No, that's my mom. My mom's retaining a lot of fluid. And
okay,
she has to have a lot of procedures to have the fluid removed.
okay. So then this is what he'll be jumping in with this. Because I'm seeing, I just keep hearing it's going to take time. He just keeps saying it's going to take time. There's going to be, do you understand? Some things are going to work, and this for you, you get upset, like you want it to be like okay now, and but he just keeps saying it's going to take time. It's going to take some time. And even in heaven, they're helping with this. Like you're paying attention to what you're hearing, and they want you to keep doing that. And even write down and journal what you hear. Write it down because then you'll look back later and say, "Oh my gosh, I received that message. Like this is what they showed me." Because you're very connected. So the more you write down and journal, you're going to understand and date it. And you look back and say, I heard that message on this day, and this is what they're saying. So this is just what, and I keep feeling like diet around your mother too. I don't know if there's something about her having to change her diet. So they're actually referencing something about her diet, something like with salt or iodine, but something, I keep hearing iodine. I'm not a doctor, but I'm hearing something with this or something about taking it. I don't know, but
Yeah, I'm not sure yet because we're trying to get her in with the specialist. But when it comes to the specialist, it's such a
oh,
long wait.
it's horrible. It's actually, it makes me sad today how long it takes. It takes weeks, not days, but weeks and a couple months now. And this, but it's almost as if she will see maybe somebody else in the meantime that you might get some answers. That I feel as if there's someone else and that they're going to give you, to understand, some answers. And I feel like you research anyway too. I feel like you're reading books and you research. Your
I
grandfather makes you
do.
feel like you're up all night and you're just researching. It's like I don't care what they say. I know it's something else, and you're researching. And a lot of times, you have found the answers and the cures for people before the doctor even told you.
I did. I caught it with my grandfather.
Okay. Do you understand? This is just what he's, this is what I'm being shown with you. Is there something with the kidneys for someone?
My sister, and they think my mom too.
Okay, so interesting. They want to jump into this. Um,
And I've been having pain in my back that my sister keeps telling me, you need to go have your kidneys checked. But I already had an ultrasound and everything was fine.
I feel like you're fine. Do you understand? I feel like with you, sometimes it's just when you, like I said, when you become desensitized, any little new pain that you get, that you just say, uh oh, like, uh oh. And
Panic.
you do, you panic because I feel like you have anxiety. I feel like it's something that you experience that you're not going to have it forever, but that right now you do have anxiety or panic attacks, you know what I mean, at times that that it can feel overwhelming, that a little thing can trigger you, but they want you to know it's not going to be forever. You're experiencing it now, but you're not going to have it forever. It is going to calm down.
I
Okay. This
hope
is what they're
so.
showing me. It will. Can I tell you what? And we can talk later. We can talk off camera a little bit. We'll talk. Um,
Okay.
but I do want you to know this is what they're showing me, that it's going to get better with you with this. But I feel like with the kidneys, I don't feel this for you. Okay.
Yeah.
I do not feel this, you know what I mean, for you. Um,
My mom seems to think she might need a kidney transplant. That's why she is retaining so much fluid.
I don't know that they're showing me that right now. I think that's like a big leap. I feel like I keep saying you're going to find another doctor, or there's going to be something else that they can do, is what I'm hearing, that there will be something else. But I really believe with you, keep doing your research and your homework, because you're being guided from heaven with this too. Of course, we have to go to doctors. I will never, I'm the first one to say go to the doctor and have it looked at. I will never
Yeah.
play doctor. Sometimes they will just show me things, and then it's for me to say to you, go to your doctor and have that checked out. But I do feel that you know, I mean, you just doing your homework, right? And maybe saying to someone, oh, maybe check this too. I think it's helping guide you on this journey. Um, but I just feel when I'm seeing this that there's much hope around it. I feel like
I
there's
hope
much hope
so.
around this. So this is just what I want you to know. Is there anything you want to ask me before we finish up?
Mm-mm. No, I think you covered all the bases.
And we can still talk. You know, like I said, afterwards, I just still like to, you know, I mean, talk to you, you know, afterwards for a few seconds, because I feel like some things or better, you know, I mean, some things are private. So, but I just feel so much love and light for you. And I feel so much hope. And I feel like with your son, I see him running and I see him driving and I see him doing all these things, right? That you've been, somebody just showed me a St. Christopher's medal. I don't know if somebody ever had a medal, or like a medal of a saint, or something about a saint medal.
I think my grandfather did at one point.
Okay. Because he shows me like a chain, like he wore, do you understand? Like there was like a chain or the medal of a saint.
No, but I have something else that's close to a necklace. I have his gator tag or whatever.
Dog tag.
Mhm,
Because I have military. Okay, because he made me feel like there was a military connection. Like I feel like something, either you want to wear it or you could wear it, but you keep it with you.
right here, all the time.
Is there a John somewhere for you?
Yeah,
Who's John?
my uncle
Okay, I'm sorry.
passed away from a massive heart attack.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And you know he's funny.
He was such a
You know
hoot
what he just says? Can you believe it? He just said to me,
all
"Can you believe it?"
all the time.
That's just what he said, right? Who would think? Can you believe it? Like this is just how he came through, and he wanted you to laugh. He immediately wanted you to be okay, and that's how he comes through. Like who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? He comes through and wants to make a joke about it, that it was funny, and he just wanted you, you know what I mean, to know that he's good. And honestly, he wanted to make you laugh with this and to make you smile. But that's how his energy came through to me. Like he'd be the one that would come in and it would just have something to say. He would be funny and he would try to make everybody okay.
The room lit up when he walked in.
And this is just how he still is. Do you understand? When he come through for you today, he wants you to still think of him like that. He keeps calling you kiddo. I don't know why he keeps saying kiddo. I keep hearing the word kiddo.
All the time.
Oh my gosh. He keeps calling you kiddo. See, these are the things to me, Jessica, that make people, this is why I want to do this. And like I said, I've never met you before. We've never talked. And when you get these kind of messages, you have to eventually get to the point and say, how can you not believe in something greater than what you see? Right? We don't see the wind, but we feel it. Their energy, we feel their love, and they love us so incredibly much. And it's these gifts that even you are willing to do today was a gift that you're giving to other people, to share your story and to share things that are so personal and your pain and what you've gone through, right? But it's going to help somebody else to believe. Somebody else is where you are right now. They're just on the beginning of a journey and they're trying to heal, and they're going to see how far you've come and just say, oh my gosh, this is what connecting to the divine does. This is what we're supposed to do with each other on this earth, right? If we can bring our miracles and our hope to people, I don't think there's anything greater than that. And I think you have such a story of hope. And I actually see you, before we finish, either journaling or writing a book. There's either something about you doing a blog on the internet or wanting to reach out to other people that you blog, or people, because you really you get a lot of energy from helping other people, right? So that
Yep.
your story helps other people. When you just say, no, I was where you were and go check this out or go do this. This is what your gift is. It's about passing on what you've already experienced to help other people, to try to move them farther along the line. And I really believe either you're going to blog or do an internet page or journal, that this is something you're being guided to. That if you haven't started it yet, I want you to hold on to this, because this is where they're taking you. That you didn't go through all of this just to feel pain. It's going to be to help others and yourself.
I definitely will hold on to that because I have thought about blogging before.
I feel like this is where they really guide you, that you would be amazing. It's like you'd be up at 2 in the morning and you're writing, and you will see so many people reaching back to you. You're going to say, oh my gosh. And it's going to actually help you, and other people are going to help you on the journey too. I feel as if there's something you do sooner than later.
I hope so.
That when you reach out, and even with what you go through, that when you ask other people, have you been through this? Because you like knowledge. You're like a little sponge. You like to find out everything. If I said something to you about a sponge, it's so funny. You would have, if I said something to you about bacteria and a sponge, as soon as we would disconnect, you're like, I got to go find out what this is. I need to find out. I need to know.
I am 100%. That is 100% me with the tea.
Yes, and but you see, I love that about you though, that you'll just say, "Well, what is this? I need to know." And you'll kind of go, "Oh, that was interesting," or you want to find out a little bit about everything, and that's a beautiful place to live your life. Honestly, this is why we're here. It's about finding out these little things. So, I just think you're amazing, and I look forward to connecting with you again, and I will
Yes.
reach out to you and we will talk again. And I want to thank you for sharing your story of hope and of love and light with people, because honestly, this is why we're here.
Well, I appreciate you so much. My heart feels 20 times better. There were things that I just was like, are they up there thinking about me?
All the time.
Are they here?
Can I tell you what? They're always around, they're always here all the time. And that's what I'm going to tell you all the time. You are so incredibly loved. You are never alone, not for 1 second. Your guardian angels and your divine spiritual team and your loved ones, you are always, always having this love around you.
Well, I appreciate you so much, Miss Renee.
And I look forward to talking to you again. God bless.
Thank you. God bless.